Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And we're underway. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Lam has it in a wide position. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Defending of the desperate variety. That's good running with the ball. Isak. And he's running through. Soboslai. Hullet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Mbappe.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
That has not gone well. Lam goes steaming forward. Oh, it's Kante. He is through here, and he's in. There's the hit! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Nunez is offering a wry smile there.
Lam gets flagged offside. Manchester United, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Hullet. Over to the left. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Norway applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Terrific header! Goal! Norway! And it's Norway who take the lead. Terrible error, duly punished. Norway have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, it's come loose. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
That right side seems to have become a very good outlet for them now. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum and they look set to further exploit. Well, the defence have two choices: deal with the man or deal with the space.
Now it's Hullet. Timber kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nunez chasing after it. Darwin. And here's Bellingham. Javi Guerra. It's Vinicius Junior. Great ball if he can get there. Brilliantly cut out.
Manchester United certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Mbappe! And it's Lam. Nice control. Maldini attempts a clearance. Isaac. Oh, and he's through the middle. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. It's a quick one. Soboslai. Rice. Bellingham. Darwin. Javi Guerra. Vinicius Junior. Isaac. Oh, well played. Gabriel is there, and he can get that clear. And that could set him on his way. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill.
Oh, that was expansive.
And the half-time whistle goes. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Gabriel is there to clear. Oh, good ball, shots on here.
Bellingham really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Szoboszlai. Hullet. Szoboszlai looking to run onto it. Hullet.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That is Conte. It's a promising position. Lam just loves to go forward whenever he can. Nice physical challenge. And he welcomes it in. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Nice bit of trickery. That's been cut out, well played. Konate. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He's got the shot away! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
8, Mbappe. Coming on the field. Number 13. De Bruyne. Number
Norway
9.
appear to be happy to let their front
Vinicius
players
Junior.
stay up front all the
Substitution.
time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Lahm gets into some space.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Lahm plays it short. Lovely feet. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Now it's Vinicius Junior. The message is clear, none shall pass. De Bruyne. Your impression so far, Jim?
Manchester United are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game.
Lewandowski! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that is expertly dealt with. He can get that clear. Goes forward. Ball is over the line. And the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Szoboszlai. Oh, well played, well played.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Manchester United are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And he's intervened well there. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he get it through? He's found the way through. Oh, that's nice. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Norway certainly don't need to overcommit now.
Shapes to shoot! It's there! And this is getting better and better. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built...
Nunez! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Nunez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Lahm. Strong running down that left flank.
Time.
Szoboszlai. Pull it.
That's good defensive concentration.
Rodri does really well to win the ball there. And there's green grass ahead of him. And that's that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. The action has already started. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
If you're looking for options, Peter, then you're looking at Darwin Núñez, because he offers loads. A real physical presence who's always going to offer you an out ball. But I think what's impressed many people in recent times about him is the pace he can actually bring to get in behind opposition defences. And that doesn't mean he'll actually hold his position centrally. He loves to go and drift to either flank, and he can easily take on a fullback.
And pull it! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Norway finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Quarter of an hour played. Gabriel. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Olise. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Norway upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Yamal. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Konate promptly onto that, and that is that. Tonali. Lam. For Conte. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's had a hit! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Defending was strong and firm. Oh, good ball, and this bullet! They've got to be quick to recover this. Conte, 30 minutes gone. Now it's Mbappe. Olise, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Mbappe. Lam looking to get on the end of this. And here's Kante. Mbappe, he is onto this. And he's on his shapes to shoot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Showing good feet. He's found a way through. Up he goes! No mistake! Norway are back in business. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked and I still haven't moved.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Aimed beyond the defence.
Pretty robust defending.
Goes down, but nothing given.
Mbappe. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And the shot! There it is! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that because they never got tight to the scorer. Simple as.
Norway go into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
De Bruyne. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Conte. Mbappe. And the finish! Oh, taken with style! And they're at it again in double quick time! And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
I'm afraid to tell you that we were expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Now it's Mbappe. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. He's got the shot away! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Maldini. Rice. And it's Rudiger. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. That has been cut short. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Darwin. And it's Lahm. De Bruyne. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Norway are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
De Bruyne. Conte. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nunez. proving dependable as ever.
The
Another
attendance for
terrific
this
day at
match
the
was
office for him.
71,550.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 8, Mbappe. Coming on the field.
Szoboszlai.
Number 7, Bellingham.
Manchester United
Number 9,
still have the cards to affect this
Jr.
game.
Substitutions taking place.
Tonali. Szoboszlai. That is good strength. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's got away. Lahm carries the ball down the right. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Rice did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Lahm never really looked sure of what he was doing, and by holding on to it for so long, he duly lost it.
Hullet. Oh, well played, well played. Vicario gets rid without sophistication. Looking for options for movement. Maldini cuts it out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Manchester United finding their passes. He could be in here. Can he get away here? Hullet is onto it in a flash. Tonali. Kante gets over and intercepts. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Lahm bobs him off it and wins back the ball. Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Driving forward. Timber kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bellingham. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. It's a goal kick. Yildiz might just make this. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Cleared without complication and claimed it back swiftly. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And Hullet! And that is the last effort of the game. Manchester United can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
a clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. The action has already started. Out to the right. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. That is a great pick out. Now it's Lewandowski, Pedro Neto.
Oh, great feat, that.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Now it's Rice. That is a brilliant interception. Mbappe gets it clear. Rudiger. Rice. That is good strength. Oh, that's well spotted.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Bellingham. First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Bellingham.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Nunez! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Wan-Bissaka. Lewandowski is onto it in a flash.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he's on his way! He's a sharp little ball here. Nunez! Goal! Norway! And it's Norway who take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Norway are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal.
And a header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. It's a pretty loose pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Nunez. That is Conte. Lam. It's out for a goal kick. Mbappe proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Strong running down that left flank. And here's Lewandowski. Van Dijk.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
He is through here. Lahm was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bullet. Nice control. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Can he spark a counter here? Bellingham. Lahm. Pedro Neto chasing after it. And it's Conte. The muscular approach does pay off here. Lahm unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pedro Neto. Conte. And we've reached half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here, the game still up for grabs, and the half-time score 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution.
So off we go once more.
Manchester United can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Kante. And the counter is on. That's good running with the ball. And here's Bellingham. Mbappe. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now that's well seen too. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Manchester United, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Musiala. Always onto this. Now it's Pedro Neto. Lewandowski. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And here's Musiala. And that's a superb pass. Bullet!
Bullet really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Norway appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Manchester United still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Almost an hour gone. Van Dijk cuts it out. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Keeper's ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Bellingham. Number 8, Mbappe. Coming on the field, number 13.
Now he's off and running.
Number 9, Vinicius Junior.
Manchester United perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Yildiz! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Yildiz actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Rodri gets rid without sophistication. And he's chosen to go back. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. No, that's been intercepted. Yildiz. Rice. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Just about up to 75 minutes. And no, he's seen through all of that. Pedro Neto. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's through, now is he in? Vinicius Junior! He should have put that one away.
Vinicius Junior really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 16, Rodri. Number
and it's been taken short.
Van Dijk. Coming on the field.
Norway clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Gio. Substitutions taking place.
And claimed it back swiftly. Musiala. Spread neatly. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. And it's pulled back. There's the shot! It's there! There seemed no way back, but they are level.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, without doubt, that's given the coach food for thought. Does he settle for extra time or try to go for a winner before then? Decision time.
De Bruyne. For Rice. And it's De Bruyne. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, this looks sharp. Well read, nice interception. The final seconds now. Now it's Darwin. Oh, what a ball he's in here! And the shot! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! That was easy, almost too easy.
Vinicius Junior really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room.
That's that, the end. Manchester United were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?